Y'all already know the title of this episode gonna be Jeremy on Demon Time, baby. Jeremy on Demon Time. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Lex here, and if you enjoy reality TV show commentary, pop culture chats, and anything else as such, please go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe to videos to get my little channel going. Thank you so much to every single person who has watched, who has commented. It's been very fun to interact with you guys, and overall just been very fun to have this creative outlet. So I've been having a great time. We are going to talk here about Love is Blind episode 9, season 6. Yes, I'm a little late. Okay, I've been busy, so I've been a little late on the vids, but I have this one, and at the time of posting this, there should also be a Love is Blind T video up, all about Trevor and Jeremy and the absolute tomfoolery they are on. So please keep an eye out for that video as well. And of course, watch this one if you are interested. Okay, let's get on into it. So we started our episode off with Jimmy and Chelsea. Jimmy and Chelsea, they are talking because remember they ended the last episode off on their fight where Jimmy said, "Hey, I need a break from your cootie cat, okay?" He done said that. And so they are still in talks there after that fight. So basically, Chelsea complained about him leaving for the night because I guess Jeremy, he slept somewhere else. It's not clear where. But he reveals that Chelsea also threatened to leave. And it's toxic. It's giving toxic. These two are giving toxic. They are both highly problematic people. I don't really think one's better than the other at this point. Chelsea's very insecure. Chelsea is seeking validation at every corner, and Jimmy is an absolute menace who unfortunately does not like this woman. So it's just a mess, a mess, a mess. But Chelsea talks about how she was hurt by the comments calling her clingy. Understandably so. That makes a lot of sense. And they apologize and they make up again. They're like, I love you. You know I love you. You know I love you. So these two are supposedly fine. Now, it is obviously clear to me that Jeremy knows how to stay in a relationship, okay? I think Jeremy is another one of those guys that really doesn't want to be the bad guy, and so he's just gonna stick around. So we go on to Laura and Jeremy, and they are having some kind of back and forth talk about something. And Laura makes some backhanded comment about how she's the one with the college degree. Like, who's the one with the college degree here? And I don't know. I just put that down because something about Laura really gives that she constantly wants to put Jeremy down. We've already seen it with the Hawaiian shirts. We've already seen it with some other little commentaries that she's made about him being childish. And it just seems like she is really a kind of girl that is constantly trying to be on top. She's one of those people that always has to make you feel like you're an idiot, you're stupid. And I don't like that about her. I really don't. I don't like people like that. So they do get into marriage, and Laura is discussing her parents' marriage, and she says, her parents have been together for a while, but their marriage is not necessarily something that she aspires to. She said they coexist. They love each other, but they just kind of coexist. They're not, very intimate. It's definitely a couple that is just kind of there. They're companions. I think so many people can relate if your parents or your grandparents have been together for a while. It just falls into that companionship route where it's not necessarily a very intimate relationship. So Laura's family does come over, and my first recognition is her family is very stiff, and I now understand why Laura is the way she is. Her parents are older. They definitely look like they're maybe in their late 60s or 70s, so they are older. They probably had her when they were older, and they are very, very rigid. Her whole family is rigid to the core, and I feel like it shows why Laura is kind of this way as well. So they Laura brings up the Sarah Ann situation to her family. And I was like, girl, why are you doing this? Again, Laura has this constant pattern of trying to make Jeremy look bad. And I just don't like people like that. I really can't stand when somebody is always trying to make you look like you're a terrible person or trying to be like, and this is what he did wrong, and this is what he did wrong. They talk about the DM, she talks about the DM to her family. And I really, like I said, put that shit seems like she wants to sabotage Jeremy. And Jeremy is sitting there like, Okay, like what do you even do? This is the first time you're meeting your soon to be wife, potentially soon to be wife's family, and all you can do is drag him down. She's always dragging this man down. So, very obnoxious. Her mom does make a comment that they talk very harshly to each other. Like Laura is very harsh towards Jeremy, the way she communicates with him. And even her family was really starting to pick up that the way that she treats him is absolutely kind of, it's not great. It's very rigid. She is very type A and very rigid. Um, they do defend Jeremy and talk about how, like, look, if he wants to wear Hawaiian shirts, if he wants to do things like that, it's his personality. Let him be that person. Laura is so hung up that him wearing Hawaiian shirts is childish. But even her mom and was it her sister? Sorry. Her mom and her sister, I believe, they were both like, look, let him be who he wants to be. Like, you're doing too much. So clear why Laura doesn't have anybody. I'm just being honest. Nobody wants to deal with that. But she says the shirts are childish and it gives her the ick. And you know what, Laura, you give me the ick, okay? Your personality gives me the ick. Anyway, Amy and Johnny, they are at a bachata class, and I just think it was cute because I actually took a bachata class with my fiance not too long ago, and it was very fun. I had a great time. So that's all I have to say about them there. They're just doing more things to build intimacy. They're obviously like our good couple this season, and that's all I got on them. So AD and Clay, they meet up with Clay's mom and sister, and they are gorgeous. Mom is looking good, sister's looking good. They are so pretty. Very good looking family. I mean, I've already said I think Clay is attractive. I think he's a demon, but he's attractive. But yeah, very good looking family. All of them, all of them, all of them, all of them. So it is revealed that Clay is not coming back to the shared apartment at night. How many of these men are not coming back to this damn apartment? But it's revealed he's not coming back to the shared apartment at night because sometimes he needs to stay closer, I presume at his place or maybe a hotel. I'm not entirely sure. But because of business, it's more convenient when he has to do business to stay at his place rather than come back to the shared apartment. They get into this very big back and forth where AD is basically like, look, like I just want you to come home, that would be nice that I'm not sleeping together 2, 3 plus nights a week, that you're actually here. I get that it's more convenient if you have a meeting in the morning or something, but at the end of the day, if you're going to be married, you have to make those kinds of sacrifices to be with your partner. And if this is only temporary, like I'm adding this in, but this is only temporary. So it's like, if you really like her, just come back. Just come back. I get it. I get it. I don't like driving either. I get it. Okay. But just come back. So they talk about how AD basically apparently wasn't really working. She works in nightlife. She's a bartender. And she's in real estate. But I guess she kind of wasn't really working and she just got back into work now. I guess she found a new bartender job. So Clay is basically like, okay, well, when your schedule gets up, it's probably not going to be such a big deal because you're going to be home late every night too. You're going to be out at night every night too. And AD's like, I don't know. Then Clay starts to be like, you don't even work. So why are you mad? Like he starts to get really upset and starts assaulting her, saying she doesn't work, this and that and the next thing. And I'm like, look, stop. How are you going to say the girl doesn't work? I don't know AD's situation. We know she was a cheerleader for the Pats for a while. And then maybe post that, like I said, it seems like she went into real estate. She's maybe been doing like bartending. But either way, you don't need to drag somebody else down because what she's calling you out for is not a result of her not working. What she's calling you out for is sus and shady behavior. Because you don't need to be not coming home multiple nights a week because you claim it's better for business. Do you want to build a relationship with me or do you want to build a relationship with your business? That's my question. He gets very upset in this conversation. Clay is very defensive. And even his mom is like, look, like, if you love her, you need to figure out a way to make it work. Like, you can't just be not coming home. So Chelsea and Jimmy, they meet up with Jimmy's friends, and it's these two girls. Yeah, that's all I got there. But they talk again how Chelsea is always referring to Jimmy as bro, my guy, just these different things. And I was like, what is this with Chelsea? Like, I'm sorry, but like, I keep saying that I get friend vibes with them because I genuinely get friend vibes with them. I don't think either one of them really, really likes each other. I think Chelsea is insecure, so she wants to win and she wants to prove that somebody likes her and wants to be with her. And I think Jimmy's just sticking around. Jimmy's just sticking around, okay? He might be sticking around for the free apartment. Who knows? The shared apartment. But they're gonna ban me. That ex, oh my goodness, they gonna ban me. I'm gonna have to cut that part out. But anyway, when they was having that boom boom, let's put it that way. When they was having that boom boom, Jimmy cried. That same cootie cat he needed a little break from. Apparently he was crying during it. She reveals that he was crying. I was like, y'all gotta stop it. I was like, y'all have got to stop it. Y'all gotta stop. So that is what happened there. And as I said, he don't want her. He does not want her. The girls are like, what do you like about Chelsea? And they have this awkward kiss where I'm like, this man, he don't want her. Um, so now we have Amy and Johnny, and it is Johnny's family, and Johnny's family, very loud, very boisterous. Great. His family approves of her. There's nothing really to say there. I think it was his sisters or his cousins. They were literally like, we already like her. Say yes. She's already part of our family. So they like her. There's no problems there. Next, Laura and Jeremy, the pillar of this episode. So Laura and Jeremy, we meet them mid-fight. Basically, Jeremy was out until 5 a.m. at the bars. He was out till 5 a.m., according to Laura. And she is questioning why. She's like, where were you? Why were you out till 5 a.m.? Where were you? Jeremy reveals he saw Sarah Ann at the bars. Apparently, he was out with some friends. The plan changed because he heard that Sarah Ann was going to be at the bar. So they were going to change the plan. But at the last minute, he said, you know what? No, I'm not going to let somebody change my plans and change what I want to do. So he went to the bar and he saw Sarah and they had a conversation. Laura's like, so you were having a conversation with her until 5 a.m.? And Jeremy's like, yeah, we were. And Laura's asking, where were you? Where were you? Jeremy brings up that he shared his location. He shared his location. And Laura's like, but you left the bar. I saw that. And he's like, yeah, I was in the car in an alley. We sat in a car in an alley. Laura's like, really? You effing I saw your location. You were uptown. Okay. I'm not from Charlotte, so I don't know, but she said basically you was uptown. The bar is downtown. And uptown, where you were at, is where Sarah Ann lives. So you were at her place until 5 a.m. Now, it's very clear what happened, right? Jeremy left his phone in the car, thinking that it was going to show the location of where his car was. What he ain't realized, baby, I'm wearing one too. What he ain't realized, that Apple Watch be syncing up your location. It don't matter. It don't matter if the phone is in the car. That watch, baby, this thing is going to tell on you. So he thought that he was going to be able to leave the phone in the car and it was going to say that location. When in reality, that watch done toll on him. The biggest villain of this episode, Jeremy's watch. Now, I think Jeremy doesn't like Laura. I think he's tired of her. And if I'm being frankly honest, I think Jeremy doesn't care that much that he was caught. I don't. I think he probably didn't want to get caught at this very moment, but I think it is very clear that Jeremy doesn't like Laura. Okay. And understandably so. Now, do I think cheating is okay? Hell no. Be a man and say you don't want her and head out. So Jeremy gets the Demon Time Award today. Jeremy gets the menace episode, the menace of this episode, the menace title. But if you don't want to be with her, leave her. You don't cheat on her. But I don't think Jeremy cares. Look, he got fiance running left and right. Watch the Love is Blind T video. It's going to be up right after this one. So watch the Love is Blind T video if you're curious about Jeremy's escapades. But that's it, y'all. Shorter video today. Not a lot happened in this episode. Just the family visits for the most part. But Clay and Jeremy, they on demon time. We didn't have any of Kenneth and old girl Brittany because they're done. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.